And we are back at the Greenberg Ice Pavilion. I'm Steve Penstone. 20 minutes in the books here and scoreless between Delaware and the Penn State Icers. And joining me right now, the coach of the women's team, the Lady Icers this year, the Nittany Lions next year, Josh Brandwene. And, of course, Josh played here under Joe Batista. Member of the Icers Hall of Fame, coached at Delaware. We were just talking during the break, good first period by both teams.
Yeah, it certainly was. End-to-end action, a lot of great puck movement, scoring chances at both ends, great chances for the Icers, and really fun to watch.
Let's talk about Delaware and Penn State. I talked to John O'Connor last night, who of course played here, Joe's first year coaching, and you as well played for him. You coached against him. What is it that makes this rivalry rank right up there, probably 1 and 1A with the Ohio-Penn State rivalry?
Well, I think it sort of grew and developed over the years, whereas the Delaware program got more and more competitive. Tons of credit go to so many people in the program for doing that. It's just, geographically, it's a couple hours apart, two great academic institutions, a lot of classy people running the programs, and it just has made it a lot of fun.
And, of course, like Ohio, a lot of the guys have played against each other growing up, and that adds to it as well.
Oh, it certainly does. The hockey world is such a small one, and guys grow up playing against each other and then having an opportunity to compete against one another, and it sort of adds an extra layer of specialness to it, that's for sure.
Special moments for you from both sides of the fence. I know Joe's talked about, and John talked about it last night, the standing on the bench facing each other in the national tournament, giving you guys each a little wink, and then trying to beat each other's heads in the rest of the game. What is it for you from a player here and a coach at Delaware?
Well, certainly here as a player, I have so many great moments from this building. Certainly the '89 ICHL championship weekend and the final game against the University of Buffalo was just such a great moment in this building going back a lot of years, and certainly tons of great moments after that. Joe and John both referenced that really special moment down in Tucson where we all had a chance, John and I, to coach against Joe. And just what a chess match and a game of adjustments, and had that moment during a timeout where we're both, grinding away with our teams and sort of gave a nod. And then, the handshake line afterwards is certainly a special place for all three of us, that's for sure.
Now let's talk about the Lady Icers. You just had a two-game series this weekend against NCAA Division III SUNY Cortland. You lost both games, a couple of heartbreaking losses, 2-1 in overtime last night, 2-1 here earlier this afternoon, but really a good stepping stone for the team and the program as a whole.
Absolutely. For a club ice hockey roster, which is what we are this year, to step to the plate and be as competitive as we were this weekend was just a really great thing for these kids. And, certainly disappointing to come out on the losing end, but they were really able to leave both games with their heads held high. They played great, consistent hockey both days, and was incredibly proud of them today. We got down 2-0 early in the second, and we've been grinding away academically and athletically over the last couple months, and, they're all heading home for Thanksgiving break. They could have really easily packed in the tent and gone home, and they did exactly the opposite. They stepped up their game. It was our best 38 minutes of effort of the season, and that is a pay-it-forward thing for us heading into the rest of the year. It was a really great moment for our kids.
Looking ahead, of course, signing week was the past week or so, and you got some pretty good commitments for future years.
Absolutely. I'm just so proud and honored to be working with the kids and families that are going to be joining our program. We got our official release coming out early in the week for the kids. We got some kids coming in, just great hockey talent, great character, committed to their academics, from great families from all over the place. National Sports Academy, Taft, Williston, Northampton, kids from as far away as California and British Columbia. So looking forward to working with this group of kids as part of our first recruiting class.
And as close to home as right here in State College as well, perhaps?
I'm sorry?
As close to home as right here in State
Oh, yeah. I would say arguably the best female hockey player to come out of State College, and that's just going to be a wonderful thing. Lots of ties to our program here, so we're really excited about that, too.
I know, Joe, we talked in the pregame last night about the whole issue going on around the football program right now. He hopes, we all hope, that it doesn't have an impact on athletics and the whole community here in Penn State. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, certainly our thoughts, hearts, and prayers are with anyone who's been a victim of something as awful as what's been alleged here, and that's certainly been an area of focus for us just from a mindfulness standpoint. Really proud of the way the Penn State students have responded with a candlelight vigil and how mindful they have been, that's Penn State pride right there. So that's been really great to see.
Josh, as always, thanks a lot. Congratulations on a great weekend, and good luck the rest of the way this season.
Thanks, my pleasure. Great to be with you.
Josh Brandwene, the head coach of the Lady Icers.